Okay, so I was lucky enough to grow up with lots of beauty antiques, lots of inspiration behind it, very much Japanese theme. And when we grew up and we were able to find the right property, I knew that what I wanted was to be able to create a piece of art in the garden with a Japanese theme, but it wasn't going to be one which was just about landscaping. To me, the most important part of the garden is always going to be water, and obviously wildlife and fish as well. So when the time was right, and we waited a long time, we decided that we were going to create the dream that I've been thinking about for many years. And we did an initial sketch, and this was created as a result of finding the right people to do it, to work with. It was very much, it's a work of art that you live and breathe while it's being created. And Julie, do you want to say something a little bit about how we found Brit Ponds?
Yeah.
And then we can talk about the rest of the garden.
Yeah. So a couple of things just to contextualise. Geraldine always had the dream of doing a Japanese waterscape garden. I used to almost scoff at her and tease her about the fact that you probably need a garden the size of Hyde Park, or because we're in central London, where we're very central, but space comes at a premium. You either needed to be an oligarch or you needed to live outside London. And Geraldine would do her sketches, and she'd talk about she wanted the waterfall and the stream and the bridge and the tea house and everything else. And I was like, amazing, I wish I could deliver that for you, but I don't see how it's possible in London. So we, as one does, go to the internet, and we found contractors who alleged that they were able to deliver the project. They failed miserably. We don't want to focus on the negative because we're here in such beauty, but all they did was dig a couple of very large holes in our garden and completely ruin it for us. And it was obvious to us that they weren't going to be able to deliver. They haven't. That's another story. But the importance about that story is, and as Aristotle says, patience is bitter, but the fruits are always very sweet. We found Brit Ponds, and well, words really can't describe. I let the scenery speak to itself. I think all the adverbs in the world aren't going to make up for what you see around you. And this is how we got here. Obviously, because we'd had such a bad experience with the previous contractor, we were aware of the fact that trust was going to be very, very important for a water feature landscaper specialist, a water feature specialist, not just a landscaper, but someone who understands how to deliver a brief where water is the central element and you build the rocks and the plants and the scenery around it. And one of the great things about working with Brit Ponds is that they were happy to take on the brief in a very challenging environment, because being in central London, access is very limited, and also the space is more restrictive. But the flip side of having a more restrictive space in London is that if you are lucky enough to find someone like Daniel and Sarah to work with, which we have, and also Peter, who also helped deliver the project together with Daniel and Sarah, is you get to enjoy your own secret world, and then you have a completely immersive experience, which is something I think that you probably wouldn't have if you had a bigger space to work in, because then your water feature can get lost in the bigger space. So that has its own challenges. So this has given us the opportunity to have our own secret world where we're living in central London, working quite hard, but we can come out here and we're just transported to our own special place. And I think the other thing, we'll come on to some of the particular features about Brit Ponds that we want to focus on, but the other thing about creating something like this is you get a lot of satisfaction, not just for yourself, and we'll talk about how, each of us connect differently to it emotionally, but you also get just to experience how other people connect to it too. So I'm not going to lie and say this was designed to be an altruistic gift to our friends and family and people who come to visit, but it has proven to be that. They are mesmerised. They stay in the garden. Our father loves the garden. It's very important for us, for him, that he loves it, particularly since we lost our mother a couple of years ago, and it's important that it would be something that we thought would also reflect what she would like, and we know that she's watching over us and she would be happy for us doing this. So that's how we came to Brit Ponds. We had Daniel and Sarah came for, I think, a 3-hour site visit initially. That's how dedicated they are to making sure they understand the brief. Even though we started early on a Saturday morning, we forgave them for that. So we started with a 3-hour brief, then we had a concept design, and then we had a follow-up brief, went through the concept design. There was a shopping list of this is how we can create it, all the features you would like. There was an initial budgetary discussions, and then obviously time to think about whether we wanted to go ahead. Obviously we did. Very importantly, they offered us the opportunities to get some references, even though we were pretty convinced that we felt that they could deliver. They insisted, and we got the references, and obviously the referees confirmed what we already knew. So we went ahead, and quite exceptionally, the first time ever for me working with a contractor, we've never experienced something like this before, is the fact that they actually delivered the project 2 weeks early. To the fact that I actually was saying to Daniel and Peter and to Sarah that I was, I actually wanted to prolong the project because we enjoyed the experience so much, and I was saying, you can't be done, surely there's something else. So that is a first in our experience, but it was just an amazing experience. I think Geraldine's going to talk through more about the experience with Brit Ponds and the particular experience about building a project with them. So a little bit about the brief and the experience itself. So obviously having a dream and a concept is one thing, but working with people as amazing and talented and passionate as Daniel is, and his genius, and Sarah is another thing. This has been the most amazing experience of my life. I've enjoyed every single moment. It was moving at an extraordinary pace. I'd have never thought that I would be interested in, the minutiae of, gravel, rocks, how do you place them, what kind of plants you should have and where. But it was just incredible. I mean, on the second day of the project, I remember very distinctly, Peter and Daniel were literally sitting in the area where the waterfall is now, and they were looking at amazing pictures, and they were, clearly extraordinarily enthusiastic and very happy about something. And it was just like, what have you seen? What is this all about? It was just like, we've just found these amazing plant and aquatic plants, and which are going to be amazing for the garden, and everything just clicked into place, and it was just amazing. And we would have short discussions about budgets and how much things were costing, but it was all absolutely 110% to budget. And when you start a project like this, it is very much for us as it was for them. It's a passion. So you're living and breathing and creating art on a daily basis. And irrespective of the challenges, and it was challenging in terms of access, and weather not so much, but obviously the size of the garden, because very large rocks and equipment had to be brought in. Anything that would was apparently problematic was not in me, and there was always a solution to everything. And Daniel had these amazing ideas about we should have a cloud tree here, or the tea house should be there, or have various lighting. So everything from start to finish was just done. And I think for us, because trust was such an issue, just being able to be free and to work with people that you entirely trust and work with is just just want to say a huge Thank you doesn't do it, Joe. Words can't express. I mean, every time we're here, it's just, it's just amazing. I don't have a favourite area of the garden. Everything is just amazing. Every day you look at it, you feel something different depending on where you are and how you're feeling. Whenever, feeling stressed or sad, we think quite a lot about our mother who passed away not so long ago. This is kind of the zen place to be, and just to refocus, and you can literally just feel the love. So thank you very much. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I think you encapsulated what we want to say and how fantastic it is. You do have some favourite places, so you like Contemplation Corner by the rocks, the tea house. We've got this amazing great one. It's phenomenal. And also just one quick point about this, that we're going to see a Japanese walk. So this is one piece of the concept that I was a little bit sceptical about. But it's just, I take my hat off again to Daniel, because I was like, I don't think this is going to work. What do we need this for? And it's just amazing. It's just all come together. But this is what I was really taken with initially, and it was just phenomenal. It blends with the tea house. I mean, hey, it's like, slap your hands, you've got this amazing tea house that Daniel also did for us. That's just, and the other amazing, quickly to mention, that was very important to us, was obviously it was going to be a place not just for us, but also for our dogs. And they love it. I mean, it's just breathed new life into them. They interact with everything on a daily basis, and we can actually bring them into the garden. So yes, they thank you on behalf of Lisbon Dollars too as well. So as you can see, Alexi's there with her fish. She's mesmerised. She's usually out there for most of the day, or here, or on the bridge. Mushi will come out too. So.
Well, I have to say, I mean, it's fascinating. I'm so pleased that you love it, and I think we've actually got the man himself down, and you've been to see.
We have. Well, he's paid us enough.
And I think we're going to bring him. Tell it yourself. So, Daniel, here we go. Do you want to what it is? You come with the side there. So you can go down there. Oh, yeah. So you think you can take it in person and do that. Thank you, Laura. Very good.
Creating this.
Reduce.
Come on, basically. You have to say that we haven't said before. It's a complete process. So from every little stone to effectively, the fish choice as well. So everything is taken care of. And I can't thank you.
No, it's been fun. It's a lot of hard work, because once you get into this stage, we don't see the process of kind of getting to this stage. It's just it's a lot of hard work. That's amazing, and friends forever. Friends forever. Two friends forever for sure. It's been good.